Jig fishing. This is a bite that I've been on lately. We'll talk about it right now. And making your own jigs. It's a great idea to save some money because you're going to lose them. We'll do it right now. All right, just got to fix this jig real quick. It's kind of messed up here. Guess I must have hit into a dock or something. It's bent. But anyway, so like I do in all these videos, I talk about kind of what I'm experiencing on the water. You know, fishing out there as much as I can. And I talk a lot about trends and things in the industry. But if I have any tips or anything like that, I share them here too. And I do have a tip, and that's to make your own jigs. You know, there's some really good jigs on the market. Really like the stuff Dirty Jigs makes, Nichols, I know they're the same company. There's some really good jigs out there. Outcast Tackle, I mean, I really like a lot of jigs out there. But the way that I like to fish jigs this time of year is skipping under docks. And I don't know about you, but no matter how good of a skipper you are or how good you are, you're gonna lose jigs because there's cables underneath, there's all kinds of stuff underneath those docks. I mean, not just the post, there's always obstacles under there. There's all kinds of stuff. So I mean, I lose probably an average of 2 a day, maybe more on a bad day. So what I've decided to do is make my own jigs. And not necessarily pouring them, I've done that before, but you know, that is a whole nother ball game. I mean, it's something that you can do. I mean, I like to pour my own drop shot weights. It's a really good idea, but pouring your own jigs just takes a lot more work with the painting and things like that. So what I like to do is to buy the plain heads, like those from Boss. There's a skipping jig. It's really just kind of a modified arky style, but really whatever style you want. Then what I like to do, I mean, here's one actually, right here. This is the skipping jig right here. I'll show you that. But then what I like to do is get my own skirt, you know, either a banded skirt or the skirt material. Then I actually tie my own skirt on there. And I'm not talking about like fly tying, things like that. I mean, I've done that. I got the vise, all that stuff. A really quick and easy way to do it is to just put that skirt on there if it has a band, and then wrap some of this on here. This is floral wire, 10 pound. Just wrap it around like 5 times, then do a twist really tight, then cut off the end. And that's gonna secure it on there because as you know, with the banded skirts, those do fall down. You know, if you're skipping really hard or you're catching fish, whatever the case, that skirt is gonna slide down. You don't want your skirt falling down, right? But same thing with these, the skirt material. Just these come with the tabs on the end. I'll show you what they look like. These are the skirt tabs, and you may be familiar with this, but these are great. And you could really customize all the different colors that you want, but you can see the ends of them are, you know, molded together, welded together, whatever you want to say. They're just not cut, so it's just a solid plastic. All you need to do is put, I'd say 3 of these is about perfect, 2 is a little bit too thin. Just kind of loosely form it around the jig and then wrap that wire around there. Again, very simple, but you want to have it kind of more towards the bottom, a little bit longer on top so it falls evenly. Cut off those ends when you're done on the jig, but it's something you could do really easily in your hands. I don't have all the stuff right now, right? I guess let's try one real quick. I guess I can just, if it's so easy, right, I can do it right now. So this is a Strike King skipping jig. I mean, it's decent, it's a good head. It's got, I really like that keeper on there. But then all you gotta do, like I said, is these tabs. And again, if you really want to do it, you can put it in a vise, but this is a really quick and easy way to do it. I mean, I've done this on the water when I needed a new skirt. But you got the head, and you just kind of loosely form that around there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can kind of adjust it as you start wrapping. So it's gonna look about like that. And again, you're gonna cut it and trim it, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So you wanna wrap it around. The weed guard's kind of the only tricky part there, but you just kind of get it started. And once you get it started in these down here, you just kind of wrap it around like 5 times. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect because you are gonna lose this jig more times than not, especially if you're skipping it correctly. So I'm just gonna wrap it around there 5 times. And then we're gonna twist it. Let me find that piece there. And you get it and twist it. Okay, then you're gonna kind of form this down, cut off the ends. And I posted a YouTube short about this, or also on Instagram and TikTok. And I had a lot of comments. People were saying, you know, that rust is gonna, or that wire is gonna rust out. And yeah, it will for sure. But I mean, these jigs, again, I cannot say that enough. You're gonna lose these things. They're not gonna last forever if you're fishing them in the right area. I mean, it's just part of it. Again, not the cheapest or not the best looking. I just made that right there in my hands. Gotta trim it a little bit better. But you can see that I got the skirt tab, that one's on there. Trim it up, wrapped on there perfectly. I mean, you saw how fast that was. I cut out a little bit of this, but I mean, we're talking 20, 30 seconds. You can make a bunch of these and that thing is on there. It's not gonna come off. So when you're skipping, it's gonna be a lot better for it. You're gonna save some money. You can also make a lot of custom colors. You know, this is just regular old green pumpkin, but you can add in, you know, whatever you want. I mean, it's up to you and your imagination really, but you're gonna save a lot of money. I mean, easily, even buying these heads for retail, you're talking about half cost. So it's really simple to do. You can make up a whole bunch of them. That's what I do here. This is my skipping jig box right here. It's all primarily jigs that I've tied myself, or I guess whatever you wanna call it, just made myself. Really simple. You got a whole bunch of different colors. And again, save money. It's a great opportunity to kind of bulk up your jig selection. And it's something that I use all the time in the spring, especially when those fish start to move up. I should kind of show you my setup here. I got a Phoenix Feather, 7'3" extra heavy, Shimano Bantam, 20-pound or 17-pound Seaguar Tatsu, and then a craw trailer on there. This thing has been really working for me well. This is the Nori's Rock Craw. It's a 3-inch. You can see it's missing a claw there, but this thing's really been getting bit. This has been an awesome setup. But that's a simple way that you could catch fish this time of year and save a little bit of money. Go custom, make as many as you want. If you really want to get crazy, you could pour your own heads. Like I said, it is a lot more work, but you can do it. And it's a great way to go out and catch some fish right now, skipping jigs under docks, save a little money, and catch some big ones.